Ryan, man, thanks for the conversation we had today, all about redemptive real estate. David and I have one last question for you. We call it leveling up with TKM. David, over to you
Yeah,
for that question.
thank you, Ryan. And I think one of the things I'm most excited about what you do, and a lot of people just that have dedicated their lives to serving Jesus and serving the marketplace and those that are in the marketplace, which is really all of us. It's just the idea around recognizing the impact once we get to heaven, right? Recognizing you're not going to see all the people that are touched. You're not going to see the people that are enabled to be supported by care teams, and you're not going to see all of the very tangible, life-changing impacts until we get to heaven and you are on that Bema seat. So I think that'll be an exciting day. Hey, here's a question. What is the most impactful action you've taken to level up personally and professionally?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. One of the things, like I mentioned earlier, is everyone needs a coach. And so my coach has helped me on both of those. And he's also written a book that's really been powerful for me to level up. So I'll just speak to that briefly. I do believe everyone needs a coach, which would entail accountability. And oftentimes it might be two separate individuals or organizations, for personal and professional, but in this case, it's both. So my coach, Rob, I talked to him about my marriage, talked to him about my career, and my children and my parenting is kind of downstream from my marriage. So it's great to have a coach for your marriage. My coach, man, is one of the most exemplary marriages I've seen, and so I love where I've grown and just learned from him, just from his example. And if your marriage isn't doing well, then your parenting isn't going to do as well because your kids catch more than you know, and so that is been huge. And so find a coach, or even if it's a peer, that's a great way to level up personally. And then professionally, yeah, I think there's great organizations out there. I think from what I understand, I think you guys provide great support, to business leaders and help people level up. And then, there's other groups. I think you mentioned, C12 is a great one. Um, but yeah, my coach helps me on the professional side too. And so he's helped me navigate career decisions. And so that's been really helpful. And there is a book he wrote called 100X Life. It's a new book. You can find it on Amazon. And I think it's a book that every kind of Christian should go through. Because it's really about just living the words of Jesus. It's about the 55 words of Jesus. You could think of it as like a 55-day challenge to learn about one word of Jesus per day. And so the book is really centered on journaling. So you should journal every day for 55 days with one word of Jesus for each day. And man, it's transformative. And some of the journal prompts are just so powerful. So that's been transformative for me. Journaling is not natural for me at all, but it's so valuable. And to write down kind of what you feel the Lord's telling you or speaking to you, and then to process these questions on a daily basis is so powerful. So that's what I would recommend, that the 100X Life book, and to journal is going to help on the personal front, which is also going to impact your business as well.
What's his last name? Sorry.
Rob Dayton, Dayton. So he's a coach of the master's program I've mentioned that I've
Okay.
gone
Yep.
through. His dad was a world leader in World Vision. People flew from all over the world to meet with Rob's father, and then Rob, I think, has inherited a little bit of that mantle of just being a great kingdom leader, and very thankful to have him as my coach. And this book is a long time coming, and it's just, yeah, it's a very impactful book.
That's awesome. I'll check that out. I've been actively trying to. So I journal almost every day, but Stu and I were talking about this. I've actively been trying to find um, question prompts that force you to dive deeper into something very specific. And this sounds like this may just be exactly what I'm looking for. So, uh, real talk. Was he part of the discernment process and coaching for you to move to Dallas?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
well,
Yeah.
then I'm not going to buy the book. So, but thank you. So thank you. I just want to make sure. I just wanted to see the wisdom that potentially
David,
is there.
David, you're thinking too much lifestyle, man. You're thinking too much
You're
lifestyle. I'm
right. You're
thinking
right.
Kingdom Impact, man.
You're right. No, you're right. Love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Ryan. That's literally that book is an answer to prayer. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, just quickly on that. One of the unique things about it is, and this is going to be challenging, but like asking a question to God and then literally writing down what you think God is telling you is super powerful. Like like and writing it down even on the in like I don't know what would be called first person. Like David, you are, called to such, such, such. What do you feel God is telling you? And again, like we're not saying this is the audible like word of God, but like really writing down what you think where he's leading you, where he's guiding you. I think writing down what you feel God is speaking to you is so powerful, and yeah, that's what I've been doing on a daily basis, and super thankful for that book and
It's
Coach
good
That's
stuff,
Rob.
man.
awesome. That's awesome.
Well, appreciate your time, brother. Great level up advice. Can't wait to see you in person and hang out.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks again.
Ryan.